Yarın bayram.
Niye evet istiyorsun?
Almanya, Hollanda. Bunlar eğer Türkiye'nin üstüne geliyorsa başta onun için evet diyorum. İkincisi Kandil için evet diyorum. PKK için evet diyorum. Bu milletin üstüne tankları süren o vatan hainleri için evet diyorum. Yetmez mi bu kadar evet?
Binali Yıldırım başbakan olarak kalsın diye ben hayır diyorum. Sayın Cumhurbaşkanım olarak kalsın diye anayasaya, referanduma hayır diyorum.
Yalan söylüyorlar, yalan demagoji yapıyorlar.
Bakın hanımefendi
Binali
hayır
Yıldırım
diyor.
yalan değil mi? Yalan bunların.
Binali Yıldırım başbakan kendisi yaptı.
The people of Turkey have spoken in what was a historic referendum, giving President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan sweeping new powers. But with nearly half of Turks having voted against the changes, the country is left divided. In the lead up to the referendum, the voices of those opposed to the changes were widely censored or just not covered at all by the national media. So we wanted to hear their side of the story. Let us tell you that side of the story of Hayir.
The 16 April constitutional referendum took place on an uneven playing field, and the two sides of the campaign did not have equal opportunities.
Ben evet hayır diyorum. Çünkü Türkiye'nin tapusunu her şeyini bir tane insana eline geçmesini istemiyorum.
Yani demokrasi yok. Şu an muhalefet yok. Herhangi bir meclis hiçbir sözü geçmiyor. Kanunlar geçiyor yani bir şekilde geçiyor. O yüzden böyle yani.
There's no denying that in the lead up to the referendum, the camp of Team Evet, meaning yes, had the upper hand. You almost couldn't avoid their messaging across Istanbul if you tried. On the ground, on the walls, even in the sky. The president's face and the word Evet.
We also noted a significant imbalance in the campaign, due, among other things, to the active involvement of the president, several leading national officials, and many local public officials in the Yes campaign.
Because they are saying that saying no means supporting the military coup. Saying no means supporting the PKK. Saying no means it's an insult to your country.
Unlike in the past, where we've seen mass demonstrations and protests in places like Gezi Park or Taksim Square, the Turkish people were comparatively silent in the lead up to this referendum.
Because there is such a pressure, pumping from the leaders that people are really scared to say what they really think.
That fear comes on the heels of numerous terrorist attacks in the past year alone, including the Ataturk airport bombing, the soccer stadium bombing, and the New Year's Eve nightclub shooting, and a failed military coup attempt. The coup attempt left more than 200 people dead, with an aftermath that would rock the nation. And then came the declared state of emergency that changed the game. Vuebes is a social media news platform that was started when the TV station IMC TV was shut down. IMC TV was one of the more than 160 media outlets shut down in the post-failed coup crackdown by the government. Their shutdown came unannounced in the middle of their live broadcast.
Biz demokrasinin sesiyiz. Biz darbelere karşıyız. Darbelerin içinde darbe çıkaranlara da karşıyız.
Government wants a fully controlled media, and they want just their truth. But their truth is not the truth. If the government don't want this truth, it is impossible to say that if you are that much under threat and under pressure, I think. That's why most of the journalists in Turkey are thinking or worrying about arresting.
According to the Committee to Protect Journalists, Turkey imprisons more journalists than any country in the world. As of December 1st, 2016, there were 259 journalists in prison globally. 81 of those were in Turkey. In second was China with 38. Media outlets weren't the only ones subjected to this type of persecution. According to the Human Rights Watch 2017 World Report, following the coup attempt, over 100,000 public officials and civil servants were suspended or dismissed from their positions, and at least 2,200 judges and prosecutors were jailed, many of whom were suspected of being connected to the exiled US-based cleric Fethullah Gulen. The Turkish government alleges Gulen is the head of what Turkey calls the Fethullahist terror organization, known as FETÖ, which they say masterminded the attempt.
None of these people know about their situation. What are they being sued for?
Cihangir is one of these people who has been dismissed from his position, and it's not his first time. Having lived through numerous coup attempts in Turkey's history, Cihangir has been dismissed 3 other times from his position as an orthopedic surgeon at Ankara University.
It was surprising because you don't know what you did and what's this punishment for.
And under a state of emergency, they don't have the right to challenge it in court. Just the day after the April 16th referendum, Parliament voted to extend the country's state of emergency for the 3rd time. The state of emergency is what has enabled President Erdoğan to crack down on anyone he deems a threat and without the approval of Parliament.
İşimiz çok, yapacağımız çok şey var bu ülkede. İnşallah ilk iş.
Yes, Erdogan's first order of business is to reinstate the death penalty, a decision that would prevent Turkey from joining the European Union.
EU membership, the candidacy of EU, starting in 1990s, changed Turkey a lot. It's always setting a standard for democracy, for economy, different phases of life.
But in a country where just 51% of the people voted for this referendum change, those democratic standards may be at stake as the country has grown increasingly divided.
Because this referendum is a question of living together under the Republic umbrella or not. So it's beyond a yes or no votes, because Turkey is so much polarized.
The biggest of divides is that between Turks and Kurds.
Kurdish issue is the most important issue of this country. If in Kurdish issue a peace can come, Turkey will be democratic. That's per se. That's the formula.
But with the state of Turkey the way it is, the divides are being felt across all religious and ethnic groups.
Are you scared living here? No.
No, I'm not fearing that. I don't have that feeling, but I'm sorry about this country because now I can see that there are different circles. Always with a circle, it's going on. Sometimes it's opening and sometimes closing. Sometimes reforms, sometimes nationalism and statism. But I believe that there is always struggle. There is always ways of to resist. And our history, I'm saying, in Turkish history, the history of this land. Is a history of pressure, but at the same time a history of resistance as well. And this country is our land, and we will. Most of the people are not thinking to leave this country, and we don't want to leave. We want to live, not leave.